Sumerians created the earliest type of writing that historians have found. The method they invented, called cuneiform, was based on the resources in their environment. Sumerians did not have paper or ink. They made tablets from clay and sharpened reeds collected from riverbanks and marshes. They used the reeds to make marks in damp clay. The Sumerians developed a whole system of these marks, called characters. The idea to use clay and reeds was creative and innovative, but even more extraordinary was the concept of using a system of symbols to keep records and pass along knowledge. Sumerians recorded their astrological observations as well as important events, court proceedings, contracts, lists of sales, and administrative tasks. Sumerians created technology that made life and work much easier. They invented wheels, which then allowed them to develop vehicles such as carts and chariots, as well as their potter's wheels. They used wooden plows to break up soil before planting crops. They traveled along the rivers using sailboats and discovered how to use copper and tin to create a new, human-made metal, bronze. It was harder and stronger than metals found in the earth and could be used to make more durable tools, weapons, containers, jewelry, and other objects. The Sumerians also invented one of the world's first board games. Sumerians belonged to different social classes which developed and changed over time. At the top were kings who claimed their power to rule came from the gods worshipped in their city-state. The earliest rulers were priest kings. Some entered into sacred marriages with priestesses. Over time, king and priest evolved into separate high-status occupations. The first kings probably rose to power through success and heroism in war. Eventually, their rule became hereditary or inherited. Queens also helped rule. Below the royal and priest class, government officials and soldiers occupied a privileged spot in Sumer. In the middle class were civil servants, artisans, or merchants. Most people were in the lower class and worked as farmers. Enslaved people worked for those in higher social classes. Many of these people had been captured in battle. Others were enslaved as punishment for crimes or because they were in debt. Trade was an important part of the Sumerian economy and culture. Sumerians produced a surplus of valuable crops, but they needed wood, stone, and metals found in other regions. Sumerians crafted tools and jewelry from the materials they gained in trade. Then they were able to trade them for more materials. Merchants, traders, and artisans helped fuel this trade and continued to develop more specialized occupations. A clay tablet from the city of Uruk provides a list of professions in the society, including stonecutters, weavers, gardeners, and potters. The development of writing led to an important new profession, the scribe, who was able to read and write using the cuneiform system. Becoming a scribe required a long period of training. Scribes were generally from wealthy families who could afford this education for their children, probably mostly boys. Scribes worked as record keepers, creating legal and business documents. Eventually, scribes began to record the stories people told. Some may have created new stories.